Infernal Shrines! We are in the round of 8, the winner bracket. It is the Skyline Cup. So we have a Taiwanese-Chinese tournament. Well, most of the players are either from China or from Taiwan. We have a couple of Koreans in there. Wishing, for example, who you see on the side of Luna Miao, is one of the few Korean players in this tournament. And, well, this is another best of 5, so let's head straight into it and see who is able to stay in the winner bracket and who drops down into the losers bracket here. But yeah, pretty happy to give you guys another glimpse into a different meta. We just came from the Heroes International, where we had Korean, North American and European teams battling for the crown in an offline event. So now we are looking at a tournament that is way more focused on the Asian server. Of the games obviously taking part on the Asian server right now, which also means that Vala is most likely not going to be played a whole lot. The previous series already saw her banned in every single game, and I don't really think that this one is going to be an exception to that rule. Diablo also banned in Infernal Shrines, so that means that Hoga and Dehaka immediately got the axe. But that allows Lucio through again, and our resident Korean for Luna Miao is immediately taking it. I have no idea, by the way, where some of these team names come from. So a lot of the teams are actually kind of funny when you're looking at what the Chinese teams are called. There's a team that is called... what is I forgot about it. Too poor to eat, too fat to drive, like stuff like that. Somebody lost his girlfriend, then another one is like no leisure time. I have, honestly, how these team names are made up, the other half is absolutely true, and they are just ridiculous, all of them, and I love it, but I don't know why they are named that way. I assume there's a couple of memes that they're hitting with it, but I just can't tell you. So since a lot of these teams are also, or team names are done in Chinese, I rely on the translations that I'm getting from the administrators here, from the administration. They didn't really have to translate a whole lot for these two teams that we have now in the series. I don't know what Yeez is about, but, well, that's just what it is. So, yeah. But either way, we now got Joanna, Sonia, and Lucio. Okay. So we already have our front line locked in. Lucio for the quick moves between the lanes. Could also, if you get maybe even a Sylvanas into the mix, could help you with some really nice rotations to get a couple of shots in against some structures. We'll see. Imperius is in. That already is interesting. I mean, seeing the Imperius pick here right from the get-go could lead to him being the main tank or just the side laner. There's obviously both options that could be true here. We've seen him in both positions. But with Muradin now taken, yeah, no question where Imperius is going to be. That means that it is a very sexy stun chain on the other hand. And there's our Sylvanas pick. So no Lucio Sylvanas combo. Instead we're going to get it for the blue team. And well, let's go. Double pick here for the red team. How are they going to round out their draft? We need some damage. Give damage now. I was about to say Hanzo, and then I realized he's banned too. But they go for the Tracer pick. Alright, Tracer in the house. And Sergeant Hammer. Alright, it's gonna get nasty here. It's Hammer time already, and we have Tracer. So a lot of annoying heroes to go up against. And Alexstrasza, Lady Thick Thighs on Infernal Shrines, played by the blue team, which means that they have a Dragon Queen and an Odin transformation for the Shrine fights. They're going full NA on this one, at least old school HTC NA. Let's go. Game number 2, everybody. We have Infernal Shrines. Best of 5. Winner bracket. First round. Let's go. Game number 1. Yeez against Luna Miao. I don't even know how to pronounce that blue team's name properly, but well, that's just what it is. We got Sylvanas for the blue team together with Imperius and Tychus. I talked about Alexstrasza thrown into the mix for the double transformation around the shrine fights. And Muradin at the front line is going to give us a second stun for the team here that the rest can follow up on. But they're going up against a very, very annoying composition since we got Sergeant Hammer now for the red team. We got Tracer, Joanna, Sonia, and Lucio. So it's going to be pretty nasty here, to be frank. Yeah, dealing with all of that is not going to be easy at all. We got the Unfurling Shadows, by the way, in level 1. You don't see that a whole lot in competitive play. Trying to stack Sylvanas here. Let's see if that works for them. It's an interesting approach. I mean, Alexstrasza is not a hero that you see a whole lot. The level 1 Talon on Sylvanas is not really popular looking at competitive play. And then you also have, of course, Imperius now as a side laner. He had his big day in the limelight a couple of months ago, but these days not really someone that you see in those games all that much. So it's an interesting draft that they have. Bit of a different meta. Tracer already trying to piss them off here in the back line, going straight up for Sylvanas and nearly dropping her too. If not for Alexstrasza there, that could have been a problem for a girl. So Tracer just zipping in and out, looking for the kill. And talking about the kill, there it is, Sylvanas. Yeah, she survived a bit longer than expected, but she goes down regardless. Bye-bye, girl. Sylvanas is gone. The pressure at the bottom is mounting up as Sergeant Hammer is putting a number on Tychus, and they're even invading the opponent's camp. They might not have the mobility for Sergeant Hammer yet, considering that there's no level 7 talent, but they are still able to do some serious damage. Muradin is already having some trouble here and gets body blocked too, barely gets out. Tychus is dead. Tracer diving deep for the second kill. Oh boy. Luna Meow, they took second place in their group, in Group B, and they're going up against the third place of Group A right now. Now, this is usually the case when you're looking at the first round of a tournament, that you have, of course, some seeding going on, depending on how the teams qualified for the tournament. And in this case, there were two groups that were played out. Luna Meow, as just mentioned, they took the second place in Group B, and the third, they're going up against the third place in Group A. So Luna Meow is kind of favored here, but since it's still a pretty close match between the two teams, there's always a chance that the blue team can maybe go and cause a bit of a surprise there. But at least for the time being, the red team off to a good start. 2 kills ahead, level ahead, siege tactics in, and they've been doing a whole lot. I mean, they took 2 of the camps at the bot lane already. We now have more stacking going on for the blue team since Tychus has gone in the rhythm here. Sylvanas is at 11 stacks on a level 1. We're going to keep a close eye on that as those shrine fights unfurl. But as it stands, maybe a kill now. Recall, Tracer trying to get out successfully. Got some good heals in. But this is the 3rd camp in a row that got now taken by the team. But I love this. Nice. Tychus. Arterial. No. Imperious. 3rd time's the charm. I swear I know his name. But yeah, so Imperious steals the camp away. Sonya was doing all the work, and then he came in, and as she was low, he steals it away. So this is the first little win for the blue team in this game. So good for them. They didn't take their own camp, but they at least prevented the red team from getting even more momentum. It's all about the level 7 talent now, especially for Sergeant Hammer. So once that level 7 is in, Sergeant Hammer gets mobility. That's also one of the reasons why they're busy in the mid lane, going for an additional camp and hoping to maybe even get a kill here. At least the minion wave is going to be important for them. But yeah, the shrine is active, and they're a bit late to this. Muradin is now slowly starting towards it, but I expected Imperious to take a position there a lot earlier than he is now doing. Muradin again attacked. Sonya at the bottom of the map, and there is level 7. Nobody moving in for the shrine, allowing the red team to get the talent for Sergeant Hammer. So mobility is finally in the mix, and that is going to be nasty. Blue team doesn't even have level 7 yet, and they're staying at the top lane. Yeah, and they're losing Muradin too. Honestly, again, I'm not really familiar with a lot of these teams. Luna Meow is obviously a team that we've seen in previous tournaments, but there is also a lot of fluctuation in the Taiwanese and Chinese scene. You can tell, though, that there seems to be a bit of a skill gap between the red and the blue team. Not only on the individual skill level, but also when we're looking at the macro decisions that are being made by the two teams. Now, this is only game number 1, and I don't want to be too hasty with the judgment here, but right now it seems a lot crisper what we are seeing from Luna Meow. The move to get a hero onto the side lane, to get level 7, help them to gain the objective. A lot of good plays being made by them. Now, Tracer has still to be careful. Just because they make some good decisions in the early game, that doesn't guarantee them that a win in the game itself. But now they're up against the Punisher, and, well, they're going to lose Imperious here. Imperious is down, and we should see a proc. Yep, there it is. Stun gets procced, and that means that they will get mad amount of damage also at that front wall. It gets worse because Muradin is taken down. That means both of the frontliners are now dropped. Sylvanas is a bit low. They're still trying to bait the Punisher over the wall, and they can, but the first tower has been eliminated. So has the wall. Sonya is in the middle. The gap in experience has been extended to more than a level. Yeah, that is some solid play from Luna Meow. I am very curious to see the first seed in this group now that we are looking at this game. Because Luna Meow is looking about as clean as I expected them to be in this one. But they lost against the team, and again, I can only work with the translations that I'm being given, but the translation that I got for the team that took first place is, please let me go to Marcel. Now, I don't know who Marcel is, I don't know why anybody wants to go to him, but that's the translation of the #1 team in Group A. And given that Luna Meow did not make first seed, I really want to see how good these guys are, because I have never heard of the team. It's a crazy, crazy team name to begin with. Some of the players, Benjamin for example, I totally recognize. But yeah, it's going to be super interesting to see how this tournament unfolds. This is obviously only the second best of 5 in the tournament that we're taking a closer look at. But there's definitely potential for some big surprises. And yeah, I'm here for it. Now we have a 2-level lead and a 7-kill lead for Luna Meow. And they are crushing it. We have 52 stacks here for the Unfurling Shadows. Not enough. And another kill against Sylvanas. The Ragdoll completely thrown across the map here. And with Sergeant Hammer just establishing a position on the next camp, there's also no way for the blue team to get another camp. If anything, then I'm surprised that they're even trying for it, considering they don't have level 10. Personally, yeah, kind of surprised. But either way. Okay, so with that now, we have 12 kills, oh sorry, level 12 to level 10 in just a moment. And once the heroic abilities are ready for Team Yes, we might have them with a chance to turn some of these team fights around. But can they? Now they have the double transformation. They have the Dragon Queen and they have Odin. And that is, of course, a very powerful tool to use during an objective. But can they capitalize on it? That's the question. Haymaker getting used now as well. Now, Murden, wow, that is pretty big. Yeah, because I don't think that's going to help him a whole lot. He's literally dropped off the map. Murden is dead. As the heals from Alexstrasza, it's a big cooldown burn, but the fight isn't over, and Imperius is still in trouble. Sonya with a big spin to win, and that's another slam. Down goes Imperius, and boy, oh boy. Luna Meow is currently going through Team Cheese like hot butter through cheese. And, well, 10 kills to 0 is just underscoring that, and again, 4 deaths on Murden alone. Yeah, this is a bit brutal. Level 13, 3.5 levels ahead right now. This is getting crazy. It's getting really nuts. So once that we're having a move up towards the next shrine, they could also get another Punisher here, of course. I mean, it's technically a 5 versus 5 right now, but that's advantage is just bonkers. And you can see how Sylvanas is struggling to keep herself alive whenever Tracer is making a dive into the backline. And while all of this is happening, the side lane is getting pressured over and over again by Sonya, which is moving top side, escorts the camp in. They're trying to get some pressure in against the top structures. But yep, here we are. I'm trying to make another move also now for Muradin. I start to feel a little bit sorry here. This is not working out for them at all. Dragon Queen had to be popped too. Sonya is taking control of the shrine. Top lane is pushing, as I already said. So the top wall is going to take a little bit of damage. Not too much, I suppose, because the blue team is not going to give up on those structures. They are moving out now, even trying to chase Tracer down, which is obviously not going to happen. But while they are defending here... Oh, that's a kill. No, maybe. Tracer! And she gets away. Yeah, but while they are defending, this just means that that Sonya takes the Punisher. So now we have a frozen Punisher, which is making the push in the mid lane even more tricky. But yeah, 3 levels ahead, 10 kills ahead, nearly... They're going to be 2 talents ahead in a second. That's how rough this is. Not 1 talent, they're going to be 2 talents ahead. So yeah, that's brutal. I don't think that I'm really spoiling anything when I say that Team Yes is currently just thinking about if they should type GG in caps lock or not, because that game is absolutely done for. I mean, normally you don't want to call these too early. Heroes of the Storm is one of those games where comebacks are always real, but I will eat a broom if... Doesn't translate as well into English, doesn't matter. But yeah, I'll eat one. I'll eat my hair if... Yeah, Luna Meow is going to lose this map. Because that lead, you can't throw that. I mean, There is no throw pit big enough on this map that you could lose a 4-level advantage. Being 2 talents ahead, all the structures already taken. Blue team is just getting murdered here. I'm not quite sure if they didn't have their coffee this morning or what's going on. But yeah, somebody needs to wake these boys up. And if this isn't the wake-up call that you needed, then I don't know what is. Because there is just one team playing the game right now. And that is Luna. Meow. 10 kills to 0. Hit after hit. Top side, they're looking for kills again. Blessed Shield is out. They want the fight. They get the fight. Ults are being thrown out as Imperius is dropping it. But yeah. 3 levels ahead. Soon 4. They let the keep, at least for now, stand. Down to 50% HP though. But the camps are up and they're going to grab one after another here. Looking at the damage output, we have Tigers with 32,000. So at least he's bringing some numbers. 50,000 for Sergeant Hammer, 41,000 for Tracer. Yeah, Tracer in the house. And, well, they are going for the final fort down at the bottom of the map. Taking a couple of these camps. Sonya slamming it out with Imperius, who definitely doesn't like his position and moves away to get rescued by the rest of the team. And they are still waiting for their first kill. So, kill number 1 has still not happened. But Muradin, yeah, he wanted to slow them down a bit at the bottom 4. That hasn't happened either. Next objective is going to spawn bot side, but with Sergeant Hammer and especially now also the Giant Killer, they are going to try and soften that wall up a bit as Sylvanas gets dropped again. Lucio and Sylvanas working, Lucio and Tracer working in tandem to take Sylvanas down. And now it's a 3-pronged attack. The mid lane, the top lane and the bot lane are all being pushed. Sonya is trying to take the keep down. Stormbolt connects, but Lucio is here, is going to save her. And as 2 heroes are trying to save the top side, down at the bottom of the map, the wall has been taken down. The keep is going to take some damage. Even if it doesn't get destroyed, they will soften it up. So if they can get the next objective too, it's going to be, I mean, more or less a done deal. And with Sonya, just moving back towards the next camp, there's going to be top lane pressure thanks to the Shaman camp. Down here, they're trying to take the keep down. They might even be succeeding. But there's finally kill. Nice! Congratulations. Look at that. Here comes Sylvanas and gets the kill against Blondie. Jojo is dead. Kill number 1. I mean, that's already a celebration and a half. But, yeah, can they save the rest of their structures here? All the keeps are under pressure. Tracer is now diving towards the top, trying to put the keep under even more pressure. And Sonya is just saying, all right, boys, as long as you are occupying them a little bit, keeping them busy, I'm going to move in here and take the next Punisher on. And obviously, this has to be dealt with, too. You can't have catapults and a couple of shamans move through the top and just let them push that keep down, because that's what this is going to be. It's no matter what you do here, it's pretty much already a lost proposition. The blue team, they need kills and they need them quickly. And maybe they can... No, they can't get Sonya. They need to get something. It's not looking good. Tracer is escorting like a camp into the middle. So this keep is going to be in trouble at the top. That's also another problem for them with the next minion wave and also catapult coming in. So even if there's a way for the blue team to take the Punisher here, it's going to come at a mightily high price. They are going to lose Muradin here. They're losing the keep at the top lane. It's already gone. The one in the middle is about to be dropped. Tigers is down. So is Sylvanas. It is an absolute disaster right now. Muradin is dead. This is the wrong replay. But, yep. This is just pretty much my client telling me that I can't show you what happened in that last fight because it is just not viewer friendly. I don't know who's watching right now, so there's just certain things that we can't show on screen. That's not legal in a lot of states, and therefore we have to be a little bit careful on what we are putting on camera. So definitely a bit of a quick hint here, but what a brutal beatdown. 16 kills to 1, 15 minutes in, 4-level advantage. I mean, damn, Luna Meow is crushing it.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Battlefield of Eternity, game number 2. And damn, Luna Meow was crushing it. By the way, also I got an update. So after been talking in the last game a little bit about the number 1 team in Group B, which apparently is named Please Let Me Go to Marcel, I was immediately told that that is a very bad translation, and I'm like, yeah, no shit. So apparently what it's supposed to mean is like, please let me go, Malthael. So very, very different. I mean, one meaning you want to go to somebody, the other one you run away from someone. But yeah, I was always wondering, like, what is so hot about this Marcel guy? I mean, he seems like a pretty cool dude that everybody wants to go to him. But apparently, I honestly don't know which team name I like more. It would be kind of fantastic if a team was literally called Please Let Me Go to Marcel. But then we have to figure out who Marcel is. But yeah, apparently the meaning is slightly different. That sounds a lot like Google Translate to me. So yeah, either way. We have Battlefield of Eternity as our second map in this particular game. Now, Luna Meow against, and I would assume that Luna Meow, yes, they have map choice. Reason is pretty simple. So with Team Yeez being slaughtered on the first map, I would assume that the map choice, I mean, since Battlefield of Eternity is a map that usually centers around team fights more so than anything else, I was pretty sure that Luna Meow was the one to pick this one, because they have been murdering it. I mean, they got at least 3 Koreans on their team, as far as I can see, and I am, yeah, more than a little bit interested to see if they can continue with as dominant as a performance as we've seen on map number 1. Again, this is the first round in the winner bracket. There's bound to be some discrepancies in skill level. But let's see what's going to happen here in the second map. And we are starting already off with an Nubarak pick. So yeah, Nubarak and Lucio are taken right off the get-go. That tells you all that you need to know. They want to be aggressive, they want to dive, they want to go for kills, and I cannot blame them after what we saw in game number 1. And Nubarak, obviously, also one of the heroes that had the highest success rate at the Heroes International. If you've not watched the Heroes International, it was a big offline event that we had in Miami just a few weeks ago with a lot of Korean teams, North American, European teams. There's a playlist on the YouTube channel that you should definitely check out if you haven't yet. Varian playing together with Anduin, and that's actually the moment that I'm just realizing that one of the guys that is on the blue team is literally called Yi, so I have to assume that the team name is somehow an homage to him. Not quite sure, but it's the father and son duo, which is gonna remind Varian for the entirety of the game what an embarrassment his son is, who doesn't even know how to hold a sword properly. So, yeah. But either way, Nubarak, as I said, was highly successful at the offline event. One of the best performing frontliners, and obviously that stays in stark contrast to what most people experience in their own Storm League games. And the explanation why that is actually pretty simple. The reason is that Storm League is a total shit show and a clown fiesta that has nothing in common with competitive play, which I'm trying to highlight on this channel over and over again. And there's too many people that are focusing on their own Storm League experience and never believe me. They're just here, oh, but I'm really doing well with him. I was like, yeah, but you're also not really playing competitive, so not the same thing. So yeah, Nubarak, he wants to dive, gets the Haka to assist him here a little bit. Genji, yes, there he is, would be a good pick for them, and also you want to take him away from Anduin so that the light bomb engage is not going to be a thing. So yeah, I like it. I mean, again, Nubarak dives in, Genji follows, so I would be surprised if we don't see anything to cater towards that playstyle from the last pick too. And yeah, over on the left side, we still got our double pick. And let's see what it is. Samuro! Okay, we go double orc on this one. Samuro and Thrall. Gotta say, did not really expect that. So, yeah. Well, that is a bit of a curveball that I didn't see coming. Let's see if it works out for them. Have my doubts, but I like that they're trying something a little bit different here. Now, with Anduin and Varian, I mean, again, they're looking at Taunt, I would assume. So Thrall to lock the target down a little bit further, Tigers to get the damage. Now they go double Shimada with even Hanzo moving in for the red team, so move. Luna Meow, everybody. They want the 2-0. Blue team wants to bring it back and tie the series. Let's see which team will succeed on Battlefield of Eternity, the second map in the series. Game number 2. We got Tigers with Anduin and Varian comboed off with some Muro and Thrall for the blue team as they are hoping to redeem themselves a little bit for what happened in the first game. On the right side of the map, it's Hanzo together with Genji, the brotherly duo playing with Lucio, Dehaka and Anubarak here. And I gotta say that some of the names that we always have are just hilarious. I mean, the guy is literally called Liver Storm. I mean, if that doesn't hint at a pretty intense night with a lot of tequila, then I don't know what does. Oh, glorious. Absolutely glorious name. The Liver Storm. You kind of gotta appreciate that. That guy knows how to party it up big time, I want to say. So already a bit of action here at the top. They're trying to go for Samuro here. The Orcs are on the menu as it seems. We got the Trash Lightning for our boy Thrall. Way off the wind for Samuro. So already Blizzard's farting jokes coming straight in with the level 1 talent. But as long as Samuro is passing his wind as the top lane, it's not going to be that big of a problem because there's nobody else there. So yeah, so that kind of makes it alright, I guess. Now we get the Beetle build for Anubarak, and of course they've been murdering it on the first game. If now Genji together with Hanzo can just continue that trend, that would be pretty epic. We have right now Dehaka up at the top. He's going up against Samuro here. With Taunt coming in on level 4, then we're most likely going to see just like a sniper combo attempt. And, well, Thrall is already a bit low here and has to be rescued. Anduin is working overtime in the backline with one heal after another, as the Shimada brothers are just hopping around and poking from a distance. Level 1 also gave us dash, so we don't see a grenade build here for Tychus, but instead dash, which already hints that we might see a bit of a different style here for him. There could be some adjustments on the talents, for sure, given that they're playing a composition like this. Very curious how they're going to play this out. I mean, Genji is now also moving towards the top. There's already some rotational plays being made by the red team as they're attempting to put additional pressure onto the side laner. But that also is soon going to trigger an attack at the bottom of the map, I would assume, since now the camp is started to be focused on. We have 4 stacks for Thrall, so keep that in mind too. Even Samuro is now coming down, so Dehaka can use his global, but this is likely going to be a 5 versus 5, so this could... Yep, it's the first kill in the game. Down goes Thrall. Here comes kill number 2. They go for Tychus, and they should be able to take him down. It's a kill, and they're not done yet, are they now? Level 4 is here. Nice pull from Anduin, the pull-out king at work once more, but it's also Samuro that gets murdered, and they can still take the camp. So a sweeping success in the first team fight from Luna, meow, as they are taking 1 kill after another, 3 in total. They take the camp and have, again, the talent advantage and a level lead. Yeah, not a good start for our blue team. They are trying to take the camp here, and are they really going to invade for this one? We got the taunt now in. Oh, I gotta admit I was a little bit scared that he would go into something else here. And 1 with the wind is now also claimed. So both teams are going for the Shaman camp. There was no invade, no aggression around the blue team's camp just for now. But especially with Hanzo, they should be able to take this one down as well. Okay, so camps are taken. Top side, we got Tychus saving the wall. And no! Samuro! Samuro is dead. No Blade Master in this fight. He's definitely having some trouble here. That's the second time that he died. And now they have a nice shot at Immortal number 1, and especially with Hanzo in the mix, that should be a very easy objective for them. Thrall at 5 stacks, so really having some trouble getting additional stacks on his level 1 together. Is now also in a position where he's just attempting to get close enough so he can get the occasional chain lightning connected. But the halftime show victory is done. So, yep, there we have it. 4 kills to 0. And boy, oh boy. How did Luna Meow end up in 2nd place in that group? That's honestly the just simple question that I have. I mean, this Marcel team is doing wonders. I want to see them. That's a series that we're going to get in the next couple of days, but I gotta say that I am now super curious to see how they're going to perform, because I'm looking at this and I'm just thinking, wow, if Luna Meow is crushing the 3rd seed of Group A the way that they currently do here, then how strong is that 1st seed team in Group B? Yeah, that's definitely going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a cool tournament. Very cool tournament. We also already have a fair amount of really strong teams, as it seems. But here's level 7 now. And yeah, there's the next hit. Well, they try to go for Thrall, and well, scratch the try, because they did, and they killed him. 5 kills to 0, and a big push through that bot lane, as they are going for the wall, starting to take that down here too. Alright. Ooh, Genji! Taken down by the tower. Typically Genji play right there. That also gave them level 7. And look at that, we get the Maelstrom weapon on level 7. Haven't seen that in a hot minute either. The Soldier on level 7 now for Tychus. Now they did a bit of damage here with the Immortal, but I gotta admit that I thought they would get a bit more than that. 50% of the HP of the 4 is not all that much. Question is, can they take Thrall down? And if that drag connected from the Haka, then boy, he would have been toast. There would have been no saving him any longer. But the fights still continue. This is a brawly map, and they picked it for that very reason. So, yeah. Down here, Genji. Who's the better Shimada? That was always the question. Soybo is once again up at the top. Oh, careful. Nubarak with a dive, but not connecting a stun with anybody. There's the taunt. And the drag against Thrall. And Anduin. Anduin to the rescue. Anduin the pullout king. Yeah, he's always there when things get a little bit dicey. Ready to use his trade, pull the target of the opponent out of the team fight and save the day. But it doesn't change the fact that they're heavily behind in experience, and that is going to lead to a level 10 advantage now. And that's a 1.5 level gap that you have to bridge here. I mean, good luck with that. That is not going to be easy. Pretty much impossible if you ask me. They should be able to get something out of this, and I don't really think this is only going to be the camp at the bot lane. They might be able to steal this one away, they might be able to go for the bottom fort, they could also just try and go for the halftime show on the objective, but they should definitely push that advantage. It would be a crying shame if they wouldn't try to get a little bit more out of it than that. So yeah, here we are. They're starting to make their move for the bot lane, taking the minion waves down. That could escort them over towards the fort. Genji's already pushing this a little bit, trying to get a hit in or two. And up at the top, the battle between the Haka and Samuro continues. But down here, thanks to level 10, they can force this. And they're willing to do that, at least to an extent. And the Haka could, of course, also come down here if he wanted to. Stuns are in, poke continues, Anduin with the heals. And they're actually keeping this one in play. Nicely done, the fort is still there. Hanzo at least should deal with the objective, and he's already on it. So yes, he is going to poke that down. The halftime show should be theirs one way or another. But I gotta admit that that was fairly well done. So right now, camp is taken, or about to. They could still invade it. There's still no level 10. There's the arrow, connecting it with Varian, zoning him away. Good stun, and goodbye Anduin. The cry baby down. And they're also gonna get Thrall. Thrall is dead. They steal the camp. Oh boy, just as it seemed like blue team might get level 10 and yeah, be ready for a real battle, it completely turns on them. The halftime show was already lost. Now they're losing the Immortal. The bottom fort, of course, gets destroyed without anybody even making a move for it. But yeah, this is just disaster. And the fuck is that? The drill? Really? Why the fuck do you go for Master Assassin if you go for Drill? What is that? The whole reason why you're going for Drill is that you want the passive for Odin. Why is he going Drill if he wants the like, what? Nope. That's a big F. Yeah, that's a massive fail right there. I will give him some, I will give him the benefit of the doubt and will say he probably fat-fingered the button. No way that is intentional. There is absolutely no way that he did that on purpose. He must have fat-fingered or accidentally pressed the wrong hotkey. There is no way that they meant to pick that. Now, 2 kills for Team Yi, so they at least have 2 now. They lost Tychus, but yeah, that drill is a massive fail. He went dash into Master Assassin and then drill. No. I want to say that's a yellow card, but we are really in red card territory here. Wow. I'm actually, like, in a European match, he would be ping spammed immediately. He would have been pinged 50,000 times. Imagine that happening on a team where Masquerade is on. That guy would get pinged for the rest of the game. 10 kills to 2, 13 to 11 on the level count. Now, we have 2 forts destroyed pretty easily. That objective did not mess around, but they are pulling even further ahead right now. 32,000 damage for Hanzo, 19,000 for Tychus. But boy, oh boy, this is getting real nasty. So, for now at least, red team, yes, they lost a couple of heroes, but generally speaking, they are dictating the pace of the game and they are dominating the show here. They have the talent advantage over the opponent's team, they have a stats advantage thanks to the extra levels that they already gained through all of this. Dehaka, on the other hand, might be in a bit of trouble. Where's the taunt when you need it? There it is, and bye-bye Dehaka. So that's kill number 3. Yeah, it's a lot more kills than they got in the previous game. So with that, we have top side. Some action for one of the camps. The problem is they can't keep 4 heroes here. Look what's happening at the bottom of the map. The second that they're getting the Dehaka kill and make that rotation known, and now the camp is taken, everybody else just moved down to the bottom of the map and said, guys, we got a Lucio who can help us to disengage. We can't have an Unubarak that can drop a cocoon. So we're just going to take that wall down. Soften that baby up. And then go for the next objective whenever we need to. They also poke Tychus down a little bit more. So, yep, there we are. But with that, we now get the Shikuchi. And up at the top, Dehaka trying to redeem himself for past failures and deaths. But the Immortal is spawning in 10 seconds. Now, both teams have a level 13. This is probably the best chance that the blue team had during this entire game to make a comeback. Yes, 2 levels is a big gap, but as long as it's the same talent, that's probably their best shot. So let's see if they can maybe pull a fast one on them. They have a chance here. There's the dive, there's the hit. Sundering is already out. An Uberak, and he's dead. Killed by the Immortal. Look at that. All of a sudden, the blue team with a little momentum here. Me likey. Maybe there's a chance that they're bringing this back after all. Now, this is a problem. But we already have Samura. No, Samura is not dealing with it. Hello? Alright, Thrall died. And now we're having Varian also dropped. So the top lane is in trouble. And the team fight is also in a pretty dire spot. Moving Samura away a bit too early, apparently. And that 4 versus 4 did not end well. Now level 16 is also ready for Luna Meow. They are looking great. They are looking fantastic. Yeah, they lost the Nubarak early on in the fight. And then he just said, you know what? Tanks are overrated. We don't need that guy. We don't need that cockroach. We're fine, boys. Instead, what we're seeing at the top is now the keep taking some damage. And guess what? Tychus is dead. Yeah, got deaded pretty quickly here. And the Immortal is down to 50% HP. So the halftime show victory for the red team. Bot lane keep is also going to take damage. And there's not even anybody trying to do something about it. They might rotate. No, they're not even rotating anybody down there. They're going to lose mad amount of hit points on that bottom keep. Yeah, there's the Blaze Storm. Didn't work well for Glorung during the HGC days, and it's not going to work well for Ram here either. So, yep, level 16, as I said. We got the Epicenter, and now the Immortal is going to be taken. And this bad boy is already down to less than 50% HP. It's a rough one. This Immortal is a beast and a half. There's nearly 100% shield on the Immortal. And they're also taking the camp, of course. So, yep. Here we are. So, off we go. 13 to 4. We have a 2-level lead. They're fighting for it. They're actually fighting for it. They want this one. Damn, son. That is quite the commitment that they're bringing in here. Yeah, Sundering, can they get Lucio? The answer is no. They can't get Lucio. The fight is still raging on. And they might actually win it. The blue team, look at that. They're taking it. They get the double kill. 2 down. And Nubarak and Lucio both dead. Nice. I like what they just did there. They just thought, okay, boys, this is the last chance that we have. Let's go for it. Do or die. Let's throw that Hail Mary. And it more or less worked for them. Now, don't get me wrong. They're still in a pretty shitty spot. But they at least won the fight, got level 16. They're going to lose both keeps, I guess, but they're going to save the core for now. And that is, at the end of the day, all that you could really hope for here. So, kudos. They saved the game. Still a bad spot to be in. That's not the point. But, yeah, they at least saved the game for now. This would have been GG if not for those 2 kills. So, yeah, I like it. They prevent the game, but they are still in... Yeah, I mean, again, they don't have a single keep left. They have no structures outside of the core. And what's more important in that context is they haven't taken any 4 downs yet either. So they have no counter catapult pressure. So, yeah. But okay, they got 6 kills. If you compare it to game number 1, that's already a big win. Kill count is a lot higher. Yeah. We got our boy Samuro also doing his thing. All the way up at the top. Another fight. Oh, that arrow. On point! And Anduin is down, and that is likely going to be the beginning of the end. Anduin dead. Bye-bye, Thrall. Tigers is going to pop Odin any second. Oh, wait a moment. Yeah, so Drill did as much as you thought it would. And now we got nearly a 5-man wipe. Samura is the only one. He's currently trying to go for the bot lane because he can at least beat a couple of minions up. He knows that he can't do anything about what's happening up at the top lane. This is going to be the conclusion of game number 2. I mean, they fought back. They did what they could. This is not an easy game for them, as you can tell. This is a pretty tough opponent to go up against. And Luna is doing... another, yeah, again, they're doing great here. They're obviously the dominant force in the series. That's a 2-0 lead in the best of 5, and a well-deserved one at that. 17 kills to 6, and we are headed towards game number 3. Game number 3, Sky Temple, boys and girls. A 2-0 lead now for Luna. And Lucio gets banned. So, yeah, on Sky Temple, nobody wants to see Lucio zip in and out again. It is, again, map choice from the red team. So, again, match point, obviously. And I have to say that I think the chances of the blue team to turning this around are slim to none. Luna Meow is strong. Again, one of the teams that you can definitely recognize, you know, for like they have name recognition too. Some of the players on the team have obviously made a name for themselves in past tournaments as well. They got multiple Koreans on the team that we've seen in the past here too. So of course they are one of the favorites. But I still want to see what Team Marcel is going to do. And by the way, I know that this was a translation mistake that was apparently made and that the team is legitimately called Let Me Go Malthael or Let Me Pick Malthael or something like that. But I love the Marcel translation just way too much. I think we're going to call them officially Team Marcel. It's just too fucking good. Please let me go to Marcel. Best Google Translate error ever. So I think we're going to meme that a little bit and call them Team Marcel. We'll see. They haven't played yet, so I haven't made a decision there yet, but it sounds so fucking good. I love it. Greymane is taken, so with Sky Temple, you have to always think a little bit about how Sky Temple is also a map that will at some point center around the fight on the boss, so you want to have a couple of heroes that can help you with that. The Haka is here for the global. That's been something that has been prioritized by a lot of the teams here, to have some globals in there. And I mean, again, I understand that. It makes perfect sense, the way that the teams have been playing. But I also kind of want to see... I mean, Sky Temple is always a bit of a map where you can try and throw the opponent a curveball by playing a very push-heavy composition. Where does Sylvanas end up? Yeah, there it is! Nazebo! Yeah, Nazebo is in the house. And I'm not sure if that's the map for him, though. I like Nazebo a little bit more on maps that are guaranteed to go to the late game, because you have more of a chance to just like playing a starting game and then go for your level 20. He can be great at taking structures down, so that makes him nice on Sky Temple if you can keep him alive, but it definitely requires a little bit of a different playstyle from Nazebo than what we've seen in those niche pick situations where he is taken in the Western scene. Which happens very rarely. Team Copium, for example, loves to every now and then throw him out there, but they are more so trying to get him to level 20 and play around the Vile Infection, whereas here, if you're trying to sit back too much on Sky Temple, you're obviously going to get murdered because those temples are going to take you down too fast. So you can't use that playstyle with him here, so they have to do that a bit differently. But Varian gets taken, and yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to play Nazebo now. Brightwing and Sonya. Alright, fair enough. Very heavy towards the front. I mean, Sonya could go leap even. If they want to go full blow up with the Nubarak, then can dive with the Nubarak, leap with Sonya. Greymane comes in for the damage. maybe even a Sylvanas on the final pick here. Something like Sylvanas and Greymane is incredibly dangerous on Sky Temple, because if both of them get onto a lane and have just a couple of seconds there, they will shred towers, gates, forts, you name it. They can take structures down way too easily. Khaldor, alright, GG go next. What? Is that a fan service game or what's happening here? Khaldor? Yeah, and that's game. I mean, boy oh boy. If they win this one... wow. I don't know what to say. Khaldor against this? My man is a death wish over here. Alright, Sky Temple everybody. First match point, game number 3, let's go. Third map in the best of 5. Game number 3, match point number 1 for the red team. And boys, I don't know, but it seems that the blue team has a bit of a death wish here. Things were already tight, and now they pick Khaldor and Nezebo. If they win this one, that would be quite the show. We got Dehaka and Murden at the front, Anduin for the heals, whereas Luna Meow ruthlessly picked Tracer on the final pick after they saw Khaldor. They're like, ooh, free food, let's go. Greymane, Sonya, Nuburak, and Brightwings. So yeah, they got a very strong team that can dive, especially Khaldor, all day long. We got the spider build for Nezebo, and even he is a bit of an odd pick because, again, what is he delivering here? Like, again, you have to have a little bit of a different playstyle. Always comparing this, of course, to what you get from the Western scene, but with the Khaldor pick, I just don't think that anything... Yeah, he's dead already. I mean, that didn't take long. He's dead, and they nearly lost Muradin and Nezebo too. So this game is opening up exactly as expected. And I don't think that Khaldor is going to have a fun one here. That pick was just crazy. I really feel that this is a little bit of a fan service game where they just realize, guys, we're 0-2. They're better. This isn't happening. Let's have some fun. Let's pick a hero that, you know, just entertains the fans a little bit. That seems like what we're getting here. Or somebody just said, boys, I like Khaldor. I'm a little bit of a one-trick in Storm League, so can I play my hero? And they shouted him down the entire game, said like, dude, don't you dare. And then in the third game, they were like, yeah, whatever, it doesn't even matter anymore, so do whatever you want. I am very positive that one of these two explanations makes the most sense. I don't believe for a second that they really thought that Khaldor would give them the best chance of winning this game. Totally willing to eat my words here, by the way. So if they are somehow able to turn this around and Khaldor turns out top damage and takes the opponent's team apart, then I'm going to be the first one to admit the error of my ways and will hail the praise of Khaldor, the savior of us all, the best hero in the game, and the only true and magnificent king that exists in the Nexus. But yeah, I don't think that's happening. So we'll see. For now, it's level 4 to level 3. Already a small lead that gets established. Nezebo is up at the top lane, starting to stack a little bit. Khaldor is going to try and do the same. He has 6 on the baseline. And Tracer doesn't know what to attack first. They got 2 kills now. And Tracer is just like moving through the map. And she's like, I don't know what to go for first. So at this point, we also got the armor of the Arc Lich in for Khaldor. And yeah, let's see. I mean, he might be able to deliver. I'm gonna get a couple of fights on those shrines, so maybe can pull something off here. Sky Temple at the top lane is getting pressured now. Nezebo is already finding himself in a bit outpushed. Just a little bit, but a little bit outpushed. So they're losing the wall, and you all know what it means when you start losing structures on a map like Sky Temple in the early game without even any objective assistance. Once that the temples activate, you will be in trouble. You can't trade evenly anymore, so you're already in a position where you cannot trade with your opponent on the temples, or you're going to start losing out on some of those. But yeah, they're diving a little bit deeper on this one. Tracer trying to catch her with the wall here, also isolating Sonya a little bit. Brightwing gets immediately licked, but there's the stun, the backline attack. Yeah, they're still trying to go for the kill, and it seems like they might get the Dehaka, and indeed they do. So the Dehaka is dead. They still kept everybody else alive, and now the shots are being fired. And they're already taking some here in the middle temple. And Sonya is going to go to the top to try and repeat the same thing there. So 3 kills to 0, half a level ahead, maybe a little bit more. Could see level 7 talents as an additional advantage. And with Greymane also makes it onto the structures, then they can also take those down a bit faster. But they have level 7, so that gives them even more. We immediately have the battle rage here. Blue team, they find themselves in a pretty tight spot here. Stormbolt is missing too, so no stun against Tracer. And Tracer is already working it. Diving in deep, yep, they're stunning them out. And there's an Uberak. Nezebo is dead, and so is Kel'Thuzad. Both of them are dusted, and Anduin is doing what he does best. He's running away, but he's not running away fast enough. It's a triple, baby, and they're trying to go for kill number 4. The Haka is battling with Greymane in the middle of the map, but that's 7 kills to 0. And Luna Meow does not even know what to go for first. Do they go boss? Do they go temples? Do they go camps? Do they go for more kills? It's just like, guys, there's so much shit to do here. What do we steal first? Let's steal the camp. Let's go. So they got that. They go for the camp. They try to claim that too. And guess who's back? It's Kel'Thuzad. Not for long though. There's the stun. There's Greymane. Wer hat noch nicht? Wer will noch mal? He jumps in, gets the kill. And, yep, they haven't still gone for the objective, by the way. Dehaka, he's going for a camp. He's like, alright, boys, I'm at least going to do that. But, well, this is happening. There's another kill on Anduin, another kill on Nezebo. Kill number 9 and 10. And here we go with kill number 11. But at least we have a single kill also for the blue team. Mirrodin is able to take Greymane down. But now one fort has been destroyed. There's a second fort that they can take. And, of course, these shots are still in action. They're crushing it. Absolutely crushing it. Sonya was busy in the middle, so one fort. Guys, they have a 2-level lead. They got a 2-level lead. And again, structurally, they're so far ahead. Somebody has to deal with it. That's more nuisance than anything else. But yeah, they're gonna take all the shots here up at the top. 2 forts are down. Bottom fort will be likely taken soon as well. Now there's no temple shots left in the middle, and this one is down to 50% HP, but we're gonna see them push through the bot lane. They could go for the boss. I actually don't know why they don't. Level 9 versus level 11, you could really go for it now. Tracer just sniffs this out, no problem whatsoever. Camp is taken at the top in another moment, and then they could go boss if they wanted to, force the fight around it. Greymane hasn't even made a choice yet on level 10. He hasn't even picked it yet. He's just waiting. Yeah, and, well, they take the siege stance at the bottom. There's the bullet. Hits hard. Bye-bye Dehaka. Can they save him? Maybe. He had the essence. He's popping it. Stormbolt is also connecting. They might just be able to keep him alive. He's chased hard. But he might be able to get out. By the way, he's not going to get out anytime soon. Bye-bye. Kel'Thuzad is dead. Thuzad. So he's dead again. And that is kill number 12. Brightwing is dealing with the bot lane. For some reason, they still let the boss slide. I don't even know why. It was a freebie. But there's so much shit to do on the map. They're so busy. They don't know what to do first. And it's like, alright, we're already here. We're already here, boys. Let's get it. Gave them level 10, so they got a chance. We get the adaptation now. Level 7 was the Ice Cold. Yeah, the Ice Cold killers are on the other side, though. And that's a boss. Boss and number 1 of the game. And this third map. So now that the bot lane is getting attacked, I'm still waiting for the rest of the blue team to take their heroic abilities. That fort obviously is gonna get destroyed now too. They have the talent advantage again, and we got another temple activating in 20 seconds. They're not really dealing with that. Gary is in the house. Gary is being picked. Gary the Gargantuan. And we also got the Shadow Fissure as they are trying to take the bot wall down. Now, since the bottom temple is about to activate, if they take the bot wall down and if they get all the shots at the bot lane, they might be able to take a keep down already. It's pretty early in the game, and while this push is happening, let's not forget that there's also Sonya push topside, trying to get some damage in on the remaining structures there. So that bottom wall destroyed, and they are just looking so damn good here. It is scary. And Sonya isn't here. This is a 5 versus 4. The entire time it's a 5 versus 4. And look at Sonya. One tower down. The second tower is about to be destroyed. And now they can go for the temple. The temple will take the keep down. Yeah, they are just murdering it. Going for the camp. Leaving the bot lane alone for now even. But yeah, here comes the Nubarak. So Nubarak is already moving in. 3 forts have been destroyed. We are 8.5 minutes in. And, well, this keep is gonna fall. Simple as that. Unless they somehow take a couple of these shots away, this keep is not gonna make it. They're trying to go for Tracer. Skullcracker is doing some work, but definitely not enough to make a difference here. They're diving in deep. They want the kill. Anduin with a save. Yeah, that would have been the end of Nazeebo if not for him. And that could be... Ooh, Khaldor. Combo time, baby. But yeah, it doesn't change what's happening down at the bottom of the map. The keep is going to fall. We're 9 minutes into the game, and this one is going to go down. The Haka here has fallen already. Shadow Fissure, yeah, that was some nice damage. And Brightwing is dead, so they take the camp. That's a win, but they lose Nazeebo in the process. I still call worth. They took a camp. Anduin and Khaldor are all getting away here. But it again was not all 5 players around, so they're continuously fighting at a numbers advantage and still getting good value out of it. Talking about the red team here. Nearly level 16 for them now too. And yeah, it's brutal. It's really, really brutal. And of course, since they haven't taken a single fort down, what I said at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of every Sky Temple game, is still true. If from now on there's only trades on temples, even that would lose the blue team the map. Because, again, they're running out of structures. And they're running out of structures quickly. Very little to do here. So, once again, we have a few heroes starting to rotate over. At this point, Greymane is even hiding there. Sonya is moving in. They're just trying to trap them a little bit. Waiting for that rotation. Tracer is baiting them, more or less. Yeah, and diving in deep for it, too. So, there's the first stun. There's the bullet. They're going for Muradin. Cocoon is out. Anduin is being shut down right away. Gary is here, but can they maybe get Anduin himself? And the answer is yes. Anduin and Muradin, they're both dead, so they get the double kill. Everybody's a bit low on the red team, but they're surviving through this. Miraculously, the entire team is still alive. 16 kills to 2. Damn. Khaldor is done with the baseline by now. And where is he actually on the damage numbers? 25,000. I mean, he's top damage for the team. But obviously, this wasn't the pick. And by the way, just in case that there is doubt about this, Khaldor is pretty much never the pick. Unfortunately, I would love for it to be any other way. But he's just a bit too squishy. So now we have him with 4 deaths, same as the Haka, 17 to 2. 4 levels behind. There's a double temple that is activating. Boss should be up in a minute. Yes, 1 minute. Exactly. And they could go even for core with the next boss. It's a bit early in the game still, so it's not packing that much of a punch. But since they take the camp, since they have the double temple, this is going to cost them another keep. Top keep is now going to fall. And yeah, in the middle of the map, they might... Yeah, they're actually going to lose everything. It's not only going to be the top keep. I thought they might be able to save the one in the middle, but that's not the case either. They lost too much there too. So all of the keeps are about to be gone, and I don't think they can damage the core, but they can definitely nibble at the shield a little bit. Honestly, they are going to damage the core. Damn, yes, they are. They are going to damage the core with this already. Brightwing is at least dead, but the core is already losing hit points. And they're going to lose way more here than I thought. 70%, I'd guess? Oh, 47. All right, way better than I thought. Way more damage than I expected them to do. And seems like the Haka has another death wish. He's dead again. Bye-bye, baby. 19 kills. Khaldor is also dead. And now they're going for boss and then core and Nazeebo. They're all trying to go for Sonya. And Sonya doesn't give a fuck. 1v3, no problem, baby. Tracer comes to help out. But Anduin has already fallen. And now they're going for Nazeebo again. Slam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Nazeebo is down. They're going for Muradin. And yep, that is... Okay, the Stormwood might have just saved him. If he has another jump available in the moment, he should be able to get away here. But that's all that he can do. The boss is now taken at the bottom of the map. And boy, oh boy, are they murdering this. And there's another double temple coming up. So yeah, nicely done. Luna, wow, goes through the... These meows are getting worse and worse and worse. I'm not a cat person. Actually, it's not quite true. I like cats, but more of a dog person anyways. Either way. Now that we're having that happening, it seems like this is going to be the end of it. Luna Meow going through their opponent like hot butter through cheese. Absolutely crushing it. Temples are activating. Greymane can easily go for the core. And with a 43% remaining, the boss alone is likely going to finish it, even though it's only 13 minutes into the game. Very decisive victory here for the second place of Group B. Luna Meow takes it with a 3-0 and moves on to the winner bracket semi-final. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.